So I'm sure at this point, everybody in the FNAF community already knows about the FNAF Security Breach Ruin DLC that Steelwool announced recently. But what a lot of people still don't know is that Funko, good old Funko, actually leaked the characters for this DLC, just like they did for the original game. So, you know, sick Funko, we love you, Funko, but you need to stop doing this. Now, in my original video on these, I did say that I thought they were placeholder names, but no, turns out they're not, because placeholder names don't typically show up on the actual product listings, and on Amazon Italy of all places, they have actually shown up there with the circus names. So the Circus Animatronics appear to be actual characters that are going to be in the DLC, or at least going to be in Security Breach in some way. Well, I don't know why I specified that, because the only place they could show up is the DLC, but yeah, we're getting characters called Circus Freddy, Circus Bonnie, Circus Chica, Circus Foxy, and Balloon Freddy? So yeah, pretty interesting stuff here. So, I'm going to do basically a theory of this video, and come up with why I think these guys are going to show up in the DLC, and how I think they would work into the DLC. So, let's get into it. But before we get into the concepts, I want to show off my concepts I made for these guys, because I don't really have any visual representation for them in this video, so I'm going to be using these images. I based all of these guys off of different staff bots, which is tied into my theory, which you guys will hear about later. So we got Circus Freddy, based off of the neutral staff bot, Circus Bonnie, based off of the party bot, Circus Chica, based off of the nanny bot, and Circus Foxy, based off of the scrapped mime bot. Now, how could the circus theming tie into Security Breach? Well, according to one of the emails within the game, you can actually see that the Pizzaplex has been closed down at least once, and it reopened after kids disappeared. So, that's a major thing. The Pizzaplex was closed down, and then it reopened. Is it possible that the Pizzaplex could have re-themed to the glam rock after it reopened, and it wasn't originally glam rock? Because we know the Pizzaplex has been open for a long time. It's closed down and reopened multiple times. The characters have had, like, replacements and stuff, like Bonnie being replaced by Monty, that kind of stuff. So it is 100% possible that the Pizzaplex could have not always been this glam rock theme. And I think a major remnant of this circus theming was staring right at us this entire time. The staff bots. Isn't it a little weird that in a mall themed after 80s rock would have robots that are wearing traditional clown makeup? I think that's a pretty weird detail, and I think it might be our biggest clue as to the circus animatronics, because we don't really have that much to go off of, but this is a very glaring, like, weird design choice that is very prominent throughout the entire game because of how important the staff bots are. Maybe this light, simplistic, kind of pastel circus-y theme we see on the staff bots actually used to be the entire theme of the Pizzaplex before it got rebranded. And maybe the original band accompanying the Pizzaplex was the circus animatronics. Now, where do I think the circus animatronics work into the Ruin DLC? Because that's a reasonable question, because the Ruin DLC takes place in the future, after it's already been burned down. And the circus animatronics were clearly in the Pizzaplex way before this, like, probably several years. So, how do I think they work into this? Well, throughout the Pizzaplex, we find many doors that we just can't enter. And that we never unlock them throughout the entire game. And some of these rooms are actually modeled, and a lot of them are like weird storage rooms and stuff. So, my theory is that maybe these circus animatronics from the old version of the Pizzaplex are still being stored away somewhere, and because of the wreckage and the walls being smashed down and stuff, they've finally been able to escape the back room they've been locked in. And another thing I'd like to note about these guys is, alright, so we know the glam rocks are probably not possessed, they're most likely just AI, because, you know, they act exactly like the characters would, they don't act like they're possessed. Well, since these guys, if they were in the game, they're probably tied at least loosely to the murders because they would have been decommissioned after the murders happened. So maybe these guys are possessed. Or who knows, maybe they could just be controlled by Afton like all the other animatronics. Who knows? Now, I do think they would be decently kind of withered and broken down and dirty. At the very least, they'd be dirty, because, you know, they have been locked in storage for years and then get lit on fire. They're not going to be in the best shape, so maybe my drawings aren't the most accurate things in the world, but I do think they are a decent representation of what I think they could look like if my staff bot theory is correct. Oh my goodness, I almost completely forgot about Balloon Freddy. Who is this? Well, according to other leaks, there's also a Balloon Foxy and a Balloon Chica and a Balloon Bonnie, so I actually have a theory that these could be enemies that we can actually kill, because Balloon doesn't sound very threatening, but if it's an enemy that's just supposed to be a nuisance that you can, like, you know, shoot with a fast blaster, or, like, even if there's, like, some simple combat mechanics, like, you can freaking, like, shank them with a knife or something, that would be pretty cool. Because balloons, you know, they pop, so I think, like, freaking balloon animatronics that you could pop would be funny, and also kind of cool. Just because we haven't really had any combat in a FNAF game, and I think that'd be a pretty cool idea. It's just kind of a quick little theory here. I don't really have too much to say about it. It's pretty straightforward. We don't really have that much to work off of or talk about. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. To shed some more light on the designs, Freddy's the neutral staff bot because, you know, he's just the main character. Of course he is. Bonnie is the party bot because, I mean, there's not really a lot to go off of, but I just kind of looked at the staff bot in front of Bonnie Bowl, playing the game for reference, and I just said, yeah, screw it, let's go with that. Then for Chica, I chose the nanny bot because it's kind of like just the most fitting one. I was going to go over like the baby staff bot, but I didn't really think that fit, so I went with the nanny bot instead. Then for Foxy, I went with the mime staff bot because white stripes are kind of associated with pirates. You know, pirates, they love wearing white striped shirts and stuff. So I thought the mime would be fitting for Foxy. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next video. And yeah, like and subscribe. Also, new merch out now. I haven't really promoted this at all. Look at this, like stickers and whatever the heck an accessory pouches and t-shirts and hoodies and mugs and all that. And there's also this stuff, and there's also there's a fanny pack. Don't you want that? Don't you want to put your hard-earned dollars in this? I don't know. Go buy it if you want it.
In the middle of the night, where will you be? If you can't find you, there's no place to go. Nothing